Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be looking at the BESTORX Vive charging kit, and along with that we're going to be looking at their protectors for Vive controllers. The reason I don't really do reviews often, but the reason I accepted this request is because I actually was in desperate need of something to charge these things. Normally you get two little basically phone chargers and micro USB cables, and they are not very fun to use to charge, so I thought that I'd give this a shot because it actually had a practical use to me. So let's talk about it. So we're going to start off with the skins because, well, I already had skins on mine, so I went ahead and ripped those off. When you're dealing with skins for the Vive, the first thing you may be worried about is them covering the actual little sensors they have that are used to protect, well, no, that's the point of the skin, but the sensors are used for hand tracking, and most skins will have little holes in them to allow the hand tracking, as with the BESTORX ones. My old skins were Hyperion, but pretty much all the skins are made out of stretchy silicone, which is nice for looks and a little bit of scratch protection, but it won't really do a ton to protect the thing from slamming into your wall or accidentally punching your little sister. So what you're going to want to do is, one of the nice things about BESTORX is you can see me putting on their silicone skin there, but you'll notice that the top of it is actually missing, and that's because they actually have a secondary product that goes with it, because fanciness, and it's actually quite useful. So let's just wait until I pull it out. And out of the magical box comes these amazing protectors, and it's actually really simple how they go on. They have holes in them so that you can see all in it, and the sensors will still see it, but you unscrew this little, or drop this little clamp here, and you tighten it onto the Vive controller, and this will actually protect your Vive controller if you were to punch it into something. And so you have to put it on both, so it's a very smooth motion to put it on, and the screws are actually really high quality, so it's actually kind of fun to put them on. It kind of just glides into place. You need to make sure you screw them down enough though so that the entire sensor is visible. You can actually use this with other skins, you just have to make sure that you're not covering the sensors, and as you can see, they definitely aren't covered by it, so that is a plus one. And now, if you punch something with it, or if you hit yourself with it, it's even softer to the touch. If you hit the wall, or for some reason you punched someone with it, it's not going to hurt nearly as much, and your controller is probably going to fare much better. So, for protection, it does work. So now let's talk about what really makes this kit special, and that's going to be the magnetic charging dock, which can charge both of your controllers at the same time. And for this to work, they basically, if you guys have seen the Indiegogo about that magnetic charger, it's pretty similar. I'm just going to quickly remove these so that you can see they are in fact little magnetic pieces, and they go in pretty easily. And what this does is it's the end to a USB, so once you have that in, it will actually click into the other end of the USB magnetically. And it does it with a nice little click sound. It feels pretty good. And most importantly, it charges them. So it's just going to use one of your very average USBs. Nano, or yep, your basic phone charger for the last few years, and then you just plug it into the side there. It will charge both. The higher amperage of phone charger you use will charge the controllers a little bit faster. And you can see right there we have the lights go on and they're red to show it isn't charged. It does take a second to detect how much charge they have, but once it does, it will update the colors accordingly. It takes a bit of force to move the controller, and it fits snugly even with the skin. You'll see if you plug it in properly. There we go. That one's green because it's charged, and now that one's green because it's charged. One of the few issues with it though is sometimes the lights just don't work properly, but I have confirmed that they are always charging the controller when it needs to be charged, so even if the lights don't match, it's working properly for that point. So the lights are a little bit wonky, but it does charge. So thumbs up for charging and magnetic. Some other bits of information you might be interested in: if you hold it upside down, the magnets are actually strong enough that the controllers will not fall out of it, so it's pretty high quality magnets you've got there, and it can be wall mounted, and there's a little bit that sticks out of the bottom that you can use to hang your Vive from. Although I'm not sure I trust myself hanging my $700 Vive on something, but you know, it does look pretty sturdy. I'm not sure if anyone would actually care about this, but in case something happened to it, you do have a pretty easy time repairing it. It's just 6 screws on the bottom, and the entire thing will come off pretty easily with that little pop-out hook area for your Vive headset. So after you get that last screw off, if you just very gently pull, it'll just pop right off. And then it's just a PCB, 2 USB cables basically glued in. There's a little bit of logic on the board, there's a few ICs, but it's nothing stands out being unsafe, and nothing looks like it was kind of hacked together. It does look very clean and nice, although it's slightly hard to get the wires back in place. But on the inside, it looks pretty good. Overall, I would recommend the product. It's useful, easy, and it actually looks pretty slick, along with the same design as the Vive controllers themselves. So if you're looking for something to go ahead and charge both of your Vive controllers, and you think the magnetic part is pretty cool, I'd go ahead and suggest it. I do have links in the description to where you can get this stuff, and I will see you all next time. Bye!